This symposium is Envisioning Research in the Literacy Clinic in an Era of New Literacies, Exploring Teacher-Student Interactions in Tutoring Sessions. This work was conducted by CLARI, the Center for Literacy and Reading Instruction, which is supported by the University of Buffalo, SUNY. The University Literacy Center Reading Clinic was the context for all of these studies. The folks who are doing the tutoring in this center are certified teachers working toward their literacy specialist master's degree. Because New York State has the requirement that everyone get their master's degree within 5 years, many of these people have not yet taught much, so some of them may be teaching, so they might actually have positions as teachers, but most all of them are novice teachers, having taught less than 1 to 2 years most of the time. The children who come have been designated as struggling readers and writers, either by their parents or through schools, or oftentimes through both. That assessment has been given. There's a 15-week session, usually 2 sessions per week. The access that we have to data includes assessments, diagnostic report, educational plan, lesson plans, written reflection, culminating evaluation, and video. And today we're predominantly going to focus on video. We used a variety of different sources, but video is our primary data source. We did also look carefully at other types of data as needed. I won't talk about this very much today, but we have a software-based ethnographic case study profile that we've used in terms of first identifying the types of things that we wanted to look at. This was a very open-ended process where we began looking at video without having a set question, and we used in vivo in this process. Again, I'm not going to talk about in vivo or this particular process today. Our overall large framing question was, what can we learn by looking closely at the interactions between clinicians and children, that is, between tutors and tutees? There are a lot of folks, I think, that would argue in the digital age that literacy clinics are kind of a thing of the past. We may not need them so much anymore. There was a time where if you looked at the Reading Teacher or Reading Research Quarterly or flagship journals in the field, there would be surveys of reading clinics or other aspects that really focused on clinics or centers. And as they've evolved, that's changed. Now, there is a book by Evanson and Mosenthal published in 1999. It's now out of print, but they're still interested in that. And Ortlieb and Cheek have a book that's coming out in February that addresses these issues. We have a chapter in that book. Lynn Shanahan is the lead author on that deals with the pedagogy of video reflection, predominantly out of a clinic setting. So I think one of the things that we were trying to look at was, what can we learn here and what's applicable to a 21st century process? Are there things that we can still learn? So I'm going to turn things over to Rosa Debate, and she's going to talk about patterns of acquisition and participation in talk. And her talk is called The Good Tutee and the Role of Dialogue.